Welcome, everyone. This is another one of our heart-powered, inspiring interviews. And as every single time, we have an amazing guest with us. Her name is Freddie, and she's a global learning strategic consultant and instructional designer and developer who specializes in helping organizations become more effective through their people. And over the last 25 years, she's led long-term, in-depth global projects with a variety of large corporations. Her focus is really on developing teams in areas of leadership, technical, compliance, and professional skills, using research in people development, technology, culture, and she's using a lot of operational best practices from organizations all over the world. Freddy's work's really tailor-made. Every project is unique for their clients. So it's tailor-made, and she really has an amazing track record of achieving amazing results. And she's going to tell us all about it today. So welcome, Freddie. It's so great to have you with us today.
Thank you, Monique, for inviting me.
Great. So let's get going right away. We always ask, what are some of your best practices? Let's say, what are your 2 or 3 best practices that got you in your business where you are and that keep you striving and growing? What are your major ones?
Oh, absolutely. I think that the first thing is to look at your resources, so the resources that you generally need to be able to advance your vision and move your company forward. The second one is looking at your networking and the efforts that you will need to make and the relationships you need to build to then be able to move forward again. And then really looking at how do you advocate, how do you share your voice, your ideas in a way that is going to impact the community in a positive way.
Right. Why don't we go into each of them in a little more detail and really find out what exactly are you doing around those and how are they helping you to grow your business further?
Thank you. When you look at the resources that you're gathering, when you look at the vision that you have for your business and what it is that you're looking to create, you're looking at it from a corporate perspective of how do I create that environment of belongingness, of feeling comfortable with your authenticity, with who you are, and what you can contribute to the team. And so that is the driving force behind the work that I do, is looking to see what are those connections that are needed to have people feel as if, if you are different or if your culture is different, that you don't have to put your music and your food and who you are, your art into this bucket and put it in a shelf so that you're able to relate with others in a more impactful way. We build training around it where we're looking at we're looking at the way that your solutions are innovative with learning. We look at how it is that training is optimizing the people, the processes, the way technology is used in the workplace. Look at ways of increasing human equity in ways that really research how people think, how they feel, how they behave at work, so that transference is made from training in classroom into the job.
It's really powerful. And, I do recognize and I realize that you've been doing this kind of work for a while, but your business is still pretty young, right? So, how are you using these insights that you bring to your clients in training? How do you use them in your own business? How do you connect with, how do you bring the right resources into your business? How do you ensure the right culture in your business that these connections are being made?
Yeah, absolutely. So we offer, the company itself has 4 areas of development, and everything that we apply to our clients, we're also living ourselves. And so we have 4 main areas. You have the core competencies of a training, and these are ways in which you can expand and enhance the skills that your team has when they come and join your group. The second aspect of it is, finding, clearly defining your company's values, and then seeing how you're able to use yourself, your values, as the foundation to then build better relationships with others based on mutual respect. And then there are 2 other areas. Right now, everything is moving into online delivery. And so how do you then take your ideas and are able to present them with clarity to your audience online and still build relationships with them? And then we look at the technologies itself, right? Whether it's artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, for coaching, for you to showcase your products. And so we take these 4 core principles that we apply to corporations, and we include them as part of our own personal development.
How do you do that?
It starts off with doing a clear inventory of who you are, where you are, and in terms of your skill set, in terms of the connection between where we're going and the goals that we need to achieve as a company, and where you are and how you can contribute to those goals. And then from there, we identify gaps. Gaps in skills, gaps in resources that might be needed, organizations that we might want to tap into and join their initiatives. And we begin to build training for personal development and also for the company, using these strategies, having clearly identified these gaps in performance.
Right. Okay. So can you give a concrete example, like maybe, maybe even for yourself, where you realize, hey, we want to run this kind of project and we don't have the right resources, or we don't have the right skills on board. Again, how did you identify where the gaps are, and how do you close these gaps in very concrete ways?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a particular program that we're starting as part of the Youth Foundation, and it's called Empirical Greens. It's a program or course that it's called New Age Botany and Sustainability, and it's intending to increase human equity. And so what this particular program does is it looks at the cannabis industry and says, what is the impact now that, for example, in New York, it is legal for recreational purposes to grow 4 plants in your home? What opportunities are there where now you have communities that have been disenfranchised for many years, having fought the war on drugs, now having to shift their mindset into, well, now it's okay for people to grow plants in their home. And so the whole initiative is around, how do you understand cannabis a little bit more and destigmatize that? How do you look at cannabis and the entire industry as a way of making a living, right? What if you were to harvest, if you were to have your own plants at home, what kind of things can you do with them? From a personal, spiritual, medical perspective, perhaps, but also from a business perspective. How do I enter this industry and take advantage of that to heal as a community? And so we created Empirical Greens, and it's intending to give you the training, give you consultancy services where if you need help with cultivating your garden, you can schedule time with us. There's a community where we can talk about how do you even have conversations with your employee about coming under the influence, right? Or have conversations with your children about how things were and then how things now are now with cannabis. And so you look at all of it from a holistic perspective, or even selling the small plants if you wanted to even try it for your own personal knowledge and development. So this is just one example of how you can take increasing human equity and seeing the benefits of it, the challenges that it poses, and the way that you can collaborate with other entrepreneurs, with community leaders, with the community itself to really bring out a new reality of opportunities for the communities.
Great, I love it. What a wonderful example. Okay, as you know, Freddie, our business is called HeartPowered Business, right? And I know that you are very passionate, you know, heart-powered lady. So what does it mean to you to run your business in a heart-powered way?
I think it's having your passion be your driving force, knowing that you have a conviction to that vision, that you have resiliency toward it, that there's tenacity involved in you wanting to follow that goal. And it goes beyond selling a product, right? It's really looking at how you can impact in a way that is going to increase the efficiency, the growth of your community. And so when you work from that perspective, where I love what I do because I want to see the results, and I have that commitment within myself to help others as well with communication, with enjoying events with them, it really changes how you look at and drive your business forward.
Right. Okay. And you are a woman of action, as I know, right? You're always running amazing projects. You're always moving forward. And, when we take action in a repeated way, it becomes a habit. And it's actually the habits that often, what we do day in and day out consistently makes the biggest impact on our business. So what are some of your success habits, Freddie?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first thing is to have a grateful mind, right? To know that having the mindset of, I'm not chasing, but I am attracting, and abundance is going to find me and find those who believe in the good that we're doing, and then driving that into what can I learn today that is different, that I can become better. And then adapting to situations, right? I think that those are the key habits that I have been able to embrace, right? In addition, I mean, you also have, being ethical in what you do and transparent in your business aspect. But those are the core ones for me.
Right. And, I love it. The question that you keep asking yourself is like, what is it I can learn today to become even better at what I do? So do you have specific habits around learning? Are you setting yourself learning targets, or, how are you dealing with that? How do you make sure you learn something new every day?
Yeah, well, I prioritize, right? Every day I ask myself when I get up in the morning, what are the top 3 things that I need to get done today? You have your team that you plan and you strategize and you build milestones, but these have to be adopted, changed. And so what do I want to get done to feel as if I'm productive that day? And so I write these down, and I have keep a mental list as well of what it is that I want to get done that every single day.
And are you quite good at following through and getting these 3 things done?
I think that, it's being a business owner is almost this roller coaster that sometimes you're very focused and driven and you jump out of bed and you get things done because you know exactly what needs to happen, and then other times you know exactly what needs to happen and your body just doesn't necessarily want to follow you out of bed. But I think that that's something that happens when you're working on your own, working at home, and so it's having that drive, right, of getting things done and seeing your project move forward. And so when you have that mindset, it does help you to say, these are, I'm just going to get started with this one thing. And once you see that done, well, maybe it needs to be pushed over to the next day and what have you. But you're moving that needle forward every single day.
Mm. And how does being clear on these 3 things every day, how does that help you learn new things? Because we started a conversation from, you said that you want to learn new things every day. So how does having these 3 things clear help you to really expand yourself every day?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's you have a plan, you have a team of people around you who are guiding you with their influence, with the market, with research, with the technology as it changes, the laws as they change, and you have to be careful with who it is that you invite into that team. And it spans, right, from the attorney and the accountant, the multimedia specialist, the graphic designer, everyone needs to be cohesive. And so for me, learning from them, coming in from a place of, I am a team member, and if you need me to stuffed envelopes, and that's the priority of what needs to get done that day, then I'm completely in. And so you're learning from everyone, and your approach is more of a collaboration, and let's build this company together so that we all benefit from it.
Good. Hey, Freddie, you and I, we're entrepreneurs of action and queens of action, right? And every time we invite a precious guest like you to an interview with us, we always invite you to share something with our audience that you want them to do today. Okay, so because again, I like to be inspired, but I think if we turn our inspiration and action into doing right away, we get a greatest result. So what is your challenge for everyone that is with us today? What do you want them to do?
Write the top 3 things that you want to get done today. I think it starts with that.
Wow, it's powerful. So I love how you take your own success habit and you invite everyone to make it theirs, right? So I love it. So Freddie is a woman of action, obviously. So we invite you, as you are watching this today, okay, follow her example and just write down what are your 3 things you want to get done today. Make it as small as you can so that it can be done, and you're not looking at a list at the end of the day and you think like, oh, I didn't get that done. Okay, don't write down, oh, I'm going to create my new website today, but maybe just say, hey, I got to write down, what pages I want to have on my website or whatever else you're working on. So write down what are your 3 small steps you want to get done between now and the end of today. And then, as always, share with us what these 3 are. Here in the HeartPowered Global Nation, we're here to cheer you on, to support you, to encourage you. If any questions come up, please share them with us. Just take action today. Follow Freddie's challenge and suggestion. Write down your 3 things and then share them with us. And roll up your sleeves and get them done. Great, Freddie. That's been amazing. Thank you so much for being on with us, for inspiring our audience. What is it that you would like, if there's a lot of people that would like to get in touch with you, what's the best way to connect with you? Where can they find you?
Yeah, they can email me at f.collazo@TruBLENDLearning.com, or visit our website, also TruBLENDLearning.com, or they can call. And that's 914-645-3343.
Great, beautiful. Okay, definitely don't miss the opportunity to get in touch with Freddie if you want to learn more about blended learning and about anything we discussed here today, or if you just really want to get to know her better and what she does in her business and exchange on best business practices. Don't miss the opportunity to get in touch with her. Okay, thank you so much, Freddie, for being on with us. It's been amazing. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom and experience. And all of you, thank you for being on with us every week, being loyal, being on with us again and again. I hope we could inspire you. As I said, just take the action today, write down your 3 things and play with us, okay? So thank you, Freddie. Thank you all. As I always say, keep doing your magic in your own unique way. Speak up, scale up, and impact the world. And we'll be in touch and we'll share another inspiring interview with you very soon. All the best for now.